Today on X-Play's Non-Denominational Gift Guide, it's that season again. Which season, you say? We won't be specific, but we will say that it's time to spend on games, and more games. Cha-ching! It's game time! Put your feet up in front of a roaring fire and join your hosts, Adam Sessler and Morgan Webb.
Doesn't that look nice?
Oh, it's so beautiful.
Best tree ever. Oh, it's you. Hello there, and welcome to X-Play's Non-Denominational Gift Guide.
We've got a show filled with the best games for every console, from the Xbox
To the GameCube.
and the ever-popular PS2.
To the cute little Game Boy.
Yes, and the mighty PC.
Is that a dreidel?
Yes, I made it out of clay.
We hope our show is inclusive in every way, representing every console, every game genre, every religion, and all the spirit of the season.
Or the non-spirit of the non-season, if that's your preference.
Let's just say that it's the time of year when, for some reason, you might want to buy something for that game lover in your life.
Or just buy something for yourself, you selfish bastard.
We've taken all the great games coming out this winter and selected the best of the best for your approval. From our X-Play family to yours.
So sit back, relax, and help us celebrate our top 4 Christmas... Sorry, seasonal game picks for the PlayStation 2.
The PlayStation 2 is all about selection. With the largest game library of all 3 consoles, it makes for easy shopping. This holiday season has plenty on tap for the PS2. Check it out.
James Earl Cash, found guilty and sentenced to death.
It's the next game from the minds behind Grand Theft Auto. That's more than enough to get our number 4 pick.
You've had an unexpected reprieve.
You play as a death row inmate who's been spared in order to be the lead performer in a sadistic director's snuff film. It's not who you kill, it's how you kill them. Like Rockstar's other games, this sadistic and creepy game is definitely not for the kiddies. If you're shopping for a wrestling fan, our number 3 pick is guaranteed to make them dropkick anyone nearby with joy. WWE SmackDown Here Comes the Pain is a flying elbow drop to the dome of other grapplers. It has more match options than you can count, and the story mode is the closest thing to being in the real WWE, this side of the Playboy photo shoot. SOCOM 2 is the follow-up to the most popular online console game ever released, and it's looking to make even more fans this time around. The single player is more than just an afterthought, with 12 missions that ask you to lead a 4-man team.
Had to break the hold fire, sir. Hostiles were dangerously close.
Count on plenty of sneaking around clutching your sniper rifle. Of course, playing online with SOCOM 2 is where it's at. Up to 16 players can slug it out online in 12 new maps and 10 from the original. Just don't forget your network adapter. When you say staying power...
Yo, nunca di. Say, you...
Kaç budala?
Oh.
The original Ratchet & Clank was good, but the sequel is our number 1 pick for the PS2. Because it has more gadgets, more gameplay, and more fun. After becoming galactic heroes in the last game, the duo must return a stolen creature to its creators.
Well, as you can imagine, we've been pretty busy. After Drek's defeat, there were parades, press conferences, fancy dress balls.
And the wiener roast at Al's.
Oh yeah, that. And...
Making the job a bit easier is a wide selection of upgradable weapons, including a whopping 18 new guns. Get this one for your loved ones and prepare not to see them for a couple of days.
That man looks like a great stocking stuffer for Grandma. Not that you have to stuff any stockings this season. Right, Buddha?
You know, when I bundle up for a sleigh ride in the snow, I always take my Game Boy with me to while away the hours. I mean, who wants to spend their time looking at nature's vast majesty when there's portable gaming to be had?
Unless you worship nature, and that's okay.
It sure is. Here are our picks for the best games to get the Game Boy in your life. Or Game Girl.
The Game Boy Advance seems to be the only platform capable of rivaling the sales of the PlayStation 2. If you're looking for gifts for the handheld gamer in your life, here we go. The GameCube may not be a haven for RPGs, but Nintendo has picked up the slack on the Game Boy Advance. The best RPG for the handheld, and our number 3 pick is Golden Sun: The Lost Age. Featuring some of the best graphics to ever grace a handheld game and an engrossing story, GBA-owning RPG fans will be quiet for days on end digging into this one. Relive all the magnificent splendor of Super Mario Bros. 3 on the cute confines of your Game Boy Advance with Super Mario Advance 4, our number 2 pick. Take to the skies in the first Mario game that allowed the portly plumber to fly. For a 13-year-old game, it's held up remarkably well and will make a great addition to any GBA owner's library.
Just what I needed.
Our number 1 pick for the GBA is the epitome of what handheld gaming should be. WarioWare Mega Micro Games is a huge collection of off-the-wall minigames that will have you busting a gut as you play. It's the kind of game you can pick up and play for short periods of time without losing your place, and it's just as involving as any other game on the GBA. If you're buying one GBA game this holiday season, make it WarioWare.
I could play that WarioWare all day long.
Don't you go away. I'm gonna have the interns heat a couple of mugs of hot cocoa, and when we get back, we have more games and more good times.
Stop it! That's snow! Damn it! Ow!
Once again, from our hearts to yours, Adam Sessler and Morgan Webb.
And Tim Conway always makes me laugh. Oh, look who's come back. Please, come on in. Come on in. Sit down. Please, sit down.
Welcome back to X-Play's Non-Denominational Gift Guide. Hot cocoa?
And that's all right. We've been showing you some of the best games to buy this season, whatever this season may be.
Isn't that right, Festivus Pole?
So let's keep this merry train rolling by showing you the best that the Xbox has to offer. I scalded myself.
While many are still disappointed that Halo 2 has been delayed into 2004, there's still plenty to get excited about on the Xbox this holiday season, especially as online gameplay with Xbox Live is really hitting its stride. Let's take a look. Tennis, you say? How can a tennis game be the number 4 pick on the Xbox this holiday season? Spend a few hours with Topspin and you'll know why. Fans of Sega's Virtua Tennis take note. Topspin is the logical evolution of tennis video games. The gameplay is simply superb, with all the lobs, drop shots, backhands, and forehands you can handle. Xbox Live support is the icing on this clay court cake. Plus, it's got Anna Kournikova. Get it now, before she becomes a TV personality for good. Our third pick on the Xbox started as a PC series, but has since been moved to Microsoft's machine. But don't get the wrong impression, it hasn't been dumbed down for the console crowd. This is one slick shooter. The single-player mode has you taking the role of a lady-killing sky pirate who must save the world from the vile Nazis.
You know, for a man with a reputation as a charmer, you sure make a terrible first impression.
Pilot 10 different upgradable craft in an alternate 30s universe and become the king of the skies. But the action doesn't stop there. You can continue the fight on Xbox Live against 15 other players as you compete for air dominance. Our number 2 pick on the Xbox is an oldie, but a goodie. Well, it's an oldie if you've been playing a lot of PC games. Anyway, Counter-Strike began as a homebrewed mod for Half-Life and eventually spiraled into a game that's still being played by millions of people almost half a decade later. The Xbox version could be the ultimate online game for shooter fans, but be warned, if your loved one's not planning on playing Counter-Strike online,
the bomb has been planted.
It's probably not the best gift.
Terrorists win.
In case you haven't figured it out by now, the Force is strong with Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic. If the person you're shopping for is a Star Wars fan, prepare for plenty of hugs and kisses when it's open. It could quite possibly be the best Star Wars game ever released for a console. Play as a dark or light Jedi as you visit all the popular Star Wars locales in this epic RPG.
Did you like that? We sure hope you did. And whether you're a Jedi or a tennis player, we know you'll find something to like on the Xbox.
I like that Anna Kournikova. I wouldn't mind her wrapped up under the tree.
Yes, but that would be kidnapping. Now, I hope you Nintendo fans weren't feeling left out.
But if you were, we've got GameCube titles for you and your kin.
The GameCube is gaining steam with its new $99 price, and just in time for the holidays. With so many great exclusives on Nintendo's little purple box, there's really no excuse not to have one. Our 4th pick for the GameCube is so absorbing you might need some Dramamine and a bucket to deal with its nausea-inducing curves. F-Zero GX is the kind of game that gradually gets under your skin until you're compelled to keep going back and improving. If you're looking for futuristic racing action, this is your one and only stop. Pick number 3 goes to a timeless Nintendo classic, the Mario Kart series. The first installment for the GameCube is called Double Dash because it allows 2 characters to race on the same kart. One steers while the other fires off the weapons. Of course, it wouldn't be a Mario Kart game without multiplayer options, and Double Dash has plenty. The battle mode returns along with a few new twists on the formula. Throw in a cooperative Grand Prix mode, and you've got yourself a game you'll be playing for years to come. Our number 2 pick needs no introduction. This game really stirred up the fanboys with its cel-shaded look. But after playing it, it's hard to imagine Zelda any other way. This one's got it all. Action, adventure, weapons, and plenty of mini-games. Sail the seas in Link's boat and control the wind using his magic wand. Just watch out for falling fanboys. Just when you think video games are starting to get stale, a game like Beautiful Joe comes along to blast your expectations to bits.
Who, me?
And Joe smashes a lot more than that along the way. After his girlfriend gets sucked into a movie,
the girl is mine.
He turns into Beautiful Joe to rescue her.
Let's get it on!
Best of all, it's non-stop action that's hard to beat. If you buy one GameCube game this year for the important people in your life, make it Beautiful Joe.
Those sure were some festive games.
Yes. And don't go anywhere because we have so much to share with you.
Good cocoa, isn't it?
I wouldn't know. I switched to gin 5 minutes ago.
Once again, your hosts, Adam Sessler and Morgan Webb.
Oh, that's so nice.
Adam,
Adam, look, they came back.
Super! Welcome back to our non-denominational gift guide.
Whether you're a pagan, an atheist, a Jedi, or none of the above, we have games that are just perfect for you.
And if you own a PC, you'll want to give it one of these games.
The PC is known for a wide selection of shooters and strategy games, and this year is no different. Get your guns clapping and your mouse clicking with this year's holiday selection.
Fire in the hole!
Playing out like a graphic novel, Max Payne 2 picks up right where the first one left off. Max, now a detective, gets mixed up with a troublesome dame named Mona Sachs,
We gotta stop meeting like this.
which eventually digs up skeletons in his closet. Featuring refined bullet time play, this is one smooth ride from beginning to end.
Finish her!
Oh, God!
The physics in the game are so refined that it turns into a play toy. For adults. It's short, but it's also a very sweet gift for any PC gamer on your list. Real-time strategy games appeal to a certain audience, but a number 3 pick for the PC has that vanilla appeal normally reserved for boy bands and pop divas. Rise of Nations streamlines the turn-based strategy process by automating a lot of tedious control options. The fast-paced combat doesn't hurt either, with 18 civilizations to play over 8 different ages. Even players who normally detest these types of games will have problems snoozing off. Play as American, British, and Russian soldiers in our second pick for the PC, Call of Duty. World War II shooters aren't exactly few and far between, but the quality displayed by Call of Duty makes it worth going back to Europe one more time. You fight alongside your allies as epic battles throb all around you, but you're not forced to micromanage them or guarantee their safety. With the thrilling single-player campaign in 5 multiplayer modes, buy this game for the PC gamer on your list and you won't have to worry about keeping the receipt. Our number 1 pick needs no introduction to PC gamers.
I told them to run.
As the follow-up to one of the most original shooters ever released, Deus Ex Invisible War looks to expand the series' unique gameplay. Taking place 15 years after the original, each time you play through Invisible War is a unique experience, with multiple endings depending on decisions you make throughout the game. This RPG shooter hybrid is sure to inspire more than a few eggnog toasts.
You know what would make this moment perfect?
A roaring fire?
You read my mind.
Why, I'll go light up one of the interns right now.
Don't go away. We've got more titles coming up.
Ah, it burns! It burns!
Wishing you all the best, your hosts, Adam Sessler and Morgan Webb.
Am I ever glad to see you? We were just roasting chestnuts over one of the interns.
We've reached the final chapter in our journey, but before we show them the best of the best, Adam, I got you something.
Morgan, I got you something too.
Oh my gosh, you shouldn't have.
Oh,
Adam, what is it?
it's a gun con to go with your copy of Time Crisis 3.
I sold my copy of Time Crisis 3 to buy you SOCOM 2 to go with your headset.
But I sold my headset to get you a gun con.
Oh, well, it's the thought that counts.
It sure is.
And our final thoughts tonight concern the best multi-platform games on the market right now. Here they are.
2003 has been a great year for multi-platform releases. These are 6 great games you can give or receive for all 3 consoles.
Count me out, Jade.
Number 6, EA's Lord of the Rings Return of the King is a no-brainer for the film buff on your list. It features all the major battles and action scenes from Return of the King. Gorgeous graphics, massive levels, and fluid combat make this the movie tie-in game to rule them all.
Yo, tough guy. Over here.
Not a fantasy fan? You might prefer the kung fu police action of number 5, True Crime Streets of LA. Set in a highly accurate recreation of Los Angeles, True Crime is Grand Theft Auto on the other side of the badge. You play a tough-talking cop, Nick Kang, out to clean up the City of Angels by busting everyone from muggers to international crime cartels.
Sounds like a line from a bad video game.
Nick.
Our fourth pick is Tony Hawk's Underground. Underground's new Rags to Riches story mode is a breath of fresh air for the series. Create your New Jersey street rat and skate to impress the pros and to accomplish menial tasks for your friends. Rack up huge combos in front of the pro skaters to advance, but watch out for those walls.
Yo, wonder what else we got around here.
Crackling bad.
Another extreme sports title occupies slot number 3. SSX3 is guaranteed to please any snow bro with its tight controls and huge open mountain courses. It boasts tons of personality and the most over-the-top tricks we've ever seen. If you can't be out on the slopes in person, this is the next best thing. At a strong second place is Ubisoft's Beyond Good and Evil. This unique and refreshing adventure game is a synthesis of a multitude of gameplay elements. You've got exploration, photography, hovercraft combat, fart-powered boots, and puzzle solving. You also get to kick enemy soldiers in the butt.
Ow!
And rocking the number 1 slot is Prince of Persia, The Sands of Time. Sublime platforming and adrenaline-pumping combat are the order of the day in this Arabian adventure. Add in fantastic level design and the ability to control time itself.
I could turn back time.
And you've got a game that's going to end up on a lot of best of 2003 lists.
No matter how you celebrate or what you celebrate,
Or if you celebrate.
I think you'll agree that this is what the season is all about.
Come on, everybody.
We've shared a lot.
From all of us at X-Play to all of you, happy non-denominational winter season.
Happy non-denominational winter season!
Today on this extra special edition of X-Play, it's X-Play's non-denominational gift guide. We've got the best games of the holiday season for you and your kin. Hold on to your jingle bells. It's game time. Please welcome your ho-ho hosts, Adam Sessler and Morgan Webb.
The medication, it is starting to work.
Wonderful.
Oh, hello there. Welcome to our extra festive, non-denominational gift guide.
'Tis the season of giving, and today we bring you our list of the best games to buy your cherished ones this holiday season.
I cherish myself, and that's why I got me Blood Rain 2, because I'm lonely.
So, whether you worship Allah, Jehovah, or the films of George Lucas, we've got a little something for everyone on your list, regardless of whom or what you pray to.
Please, Hanuman, please don't let episode 3 suck.
Oh, I sure second that, don't I, Giant Dreidel?
Today, we'll show you all the best games for the ever-popular PS2.
The powerful and sleek Xbox.
The beloved and highly popular PC.
And the GameCube. It's not doing so well.
Nintendo sure needs a holiday miracle. Isn't that right, Buddha Claus?
Even though it's the Tiny Tim of the console world, the titles we're about to show you can still fill your GameCube with holiday cheer.
I'm filled with bitterness. While the GameCube has been a little short on the role-playing games, Tales of Symphonia should satisfy the needy RPG freak a few times over. There's a whole lot of game in this puppy, like 60 hours worth. That should hold all but the most friendless gamers until the bunnies start getting busy later next year. On top of that, combat is in real time, so even those who refrain from RPGs can find something to enjoy here. Except for these big-headed kids who should learn to keep quiet.
You're so stupid.
Pikmin 2 is the ideal game for people who don't even like games, otherwise known as poopheads. Both visually inventive and shamelessly endearing, the game mixes strategy and puzzle solving with the escapist joy of herding wild-eyed monochrome flower people to their death. The game may look childish to the imaginatively impaired, but trust us, there's some challenge. And there's some great cooperative multiplayer action. This is one unique game with legs, little stubby ones that are oh so cute. Paper Mario, the RPG unlike any other, except the other Paper Mario RPGs. It's upbeat, borderline ridiculous, and an amazing amount of fun. Like most Nintendo products, it's a game that just about anyone can get into, but will provide more than enough challenge before completion. If RPGs always turn them off with earnestness and juveniles, then the Mediterranean stereotypes, bosoms, and fungal whimsy is the perfect antidote. And the humdinger of this GameCube year-end love fest is easily the return of the lady who talks little and hugs less, Samus Aran in Metroid Prime 2 Echoes. If you're someone who played the first one, then this recommendation is redundant with experience. One of the best games of the past few years is back in all its eerie glory. Not so much a shooter as an adventure game with missiles. There's nothing else out there quite like it.
Wow, that Metroid Prime 2 Echoes looks just like my career used to be. Full of promise.
With so many good games for this little platform, you'd think someone would be buying it, but they sure aren't. Sorry, little friend.
I guess if we've learned one lesson this console cycle, it's that an online component really is important.
So maybe you GameCube fans would like a network adapter? Or perhaps just a cup of Mr. Sessler's special cocoa.
Smells like aftershave.
You know, a console without online play is like Hanukkah without a menorah. Pretty dark.
Well, don't worry. No platform does online gaming better than Microsoft's chunky console. Maybe these games will help put the Xbox into your Xmas.
Oh.
When a crappy film franchise makes for an excellent game, people pay attention. When it looks this good, you pay even more attention. The Chronicles of Riddick Escape from Butcher Bay is a marvel of technology and game design. A stealth game from the first-person perspective, it's heavy on ambiance and violence, with a touch of horror. Now, it's a mature game for those that love dystopia and grit.
Hey, John, so you
Don't let the Gas Man's starring role turn you off. Yeah, it is a little old, but what was amazing in January is just as amazing today. Ninja Gaiden is initially a game with more wow power than you can imagine. Beautiful, fast, and furious. It's one of the best cases for the Xbox's power. Beyond that, it's a game that demands skill and an intense desire to kick ass and look damn good doing it. Not too hot for beginners, but a must-have for everyone else. Fable may have taken much longer to come out than it does to play, but it's definitely one of the system's standout titles for the year, adopting a good or evil branching path.
Hey, you can't do that!
This is a fun one for all skill levels to play through multiple times, if only to mess around more with the reactions of the populace.
Come on.
Get married,
Let's get hitched.
kill your spouse, grow horns, be a goody two-shoes, or experiment like they do in college.
You make a great couple of blokes. Couple of blokes together.
It's all here.
The most gorgeous man I've ever laid eyes on.
The best case for Knights of the Old Republic 2 is, well, Knights of the Old Republic. The amazing gameplay is all there with a new story. That means last year's best game is more or less here. Plus, you start as a Jedi, and those who completed the first outing will find it influencing this chapter. So, if they liked KOTOR, do we need to connect the dots? So, yeah, Halo 2.
Could we possibly make any more noise? I guess so.
It's, well, you know, Halo 2.
Most definitely.
So after playing Halo 1 and...
Raggedy ass fleas! Hoorah!
Come on, do you really need me to spell it out for you? Halo 2. There's this. And this. Plus, there's online, which is so... I mean, look, it's just so... Are you here? Do you know someone who actually owns an Xbox? Halo 2.
I need a weapon.
Right this way.
You want it,
Tell that to them.
they want it. End of story. I just can't stop playing Halo 2. It's like we were made for each other.
Morgan, if you love Halo 2 so much, why don't you marry it?
Unfortunately, 11 states voted against it. I guess my love of Master Chief will just have to remain illegal in Oregon.
You know, whether you believe in a higher power or in nothing but the inky blackness of your own meaningless existence, we'll have exciting PS2 reviews for you when we come back.
Oh, Adam, do you like my sweater?
It makes me want to gouge my eyes out with a penknife.
Oh.
Coming up, stuff your stocking with games of goodwill on the PS2. Once again, two people roasting on an open fire, Adam Sessler and Morgan Webb.
I got that Michael Powell something to thank him for keeping the airways nice and bland.
So sweet. Oh, it's you. Please join us. We were just about to stuff our stockings with love for all mankind.
Welcome back to our non-denominational gift guide. We're showing you all the games you should be buying for that special gamer in your life.
Let's see. I bought gifts for all the friends on my online list. I got things for Adam_Sessler, Mally's, Obvious Plant 65, and Head 2000.
How is Head doing?
He's doing great.
You know, good friends always warm the cockles of my heart, and we have something that'll warm your cockles too.
Yes, like a rich cornucopia stuffed with violent content, the PS2 has more swell games than we know what to do with. So no matter what your special gamer is into, we've got something for him.
Or her. We sure hope you like them.
Oh.
Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater. Take the fanboy staple and put a higher number on it, and you have a recipe for saliva-drenched desire. But beyond sycophancy, there's a pretty darn interesting game here. It's a prequel, so it answers many questions and offers up some truly meticulous gameplay. Many more aspects of stealth and covert militarism come into play here. Camo, hand-to-hand combat, and sustenance. As for the patient and fans of the series, but well worth it. Katamari Damacy is, simply put, unlike anything else. Yeah, it's Japanese weird, but it's good Japanese weird. Technically inventive and deceptively simple, this is one of the year's biggest surprises and is shockingly compulsive. Even if you're not a gamer, this one's gonna get anyone interested. Plus, it's $20. What more do you need? Ratchet & Clank Up Your Arsenal is easily the best game of its type since the last Ratchet & Clank. Part platformer, part action game, it's fast-paced, elegantly designed, and an absolute pleasure to play. But it is dangerously addictive. It might look youth-oriented, but the writing is for an older base, and the fun can be enjoyed by everyone but those who cry during Gilmore Girls. It's near perfect and highly satisfying. Okay, so you're thinking about getting Grand Theft Auto San Andreas. Question is, are they mature-looking enough to get away with playing it? Are they able to tolerate a moral spin cycle as you eradicate cops, pedestrians, and drug dealers? Does any type of music from the early 90s make them feel pleasant? Do they know anything about the game? Does this look fun to you or your gift receiver? Do they own a PS2? Well then, get the game.
You know, nothing compliments a quiet, snowy night filled with the smell of cinnamon and evergreens like the sight of a man shooting people to death.
I like that Katamari Damacy. It's perfect for everyone in your life, from the stoners to the ravers to the kindergartners.
Don't go away. When we come back, we have a hearth full of mirth and merriment waiting for you. But right now, I'm gonna light the menorah.
Oh, Adam, a lightsaber will only cauterize those candles. That's why the bleeding arm scene in the cantina scene of Star Wars Episode 4 breaks with continuity.
We're nerds, aren't we?
And complete tools, too.
Up next, what could be more PC than a non-denominational holiday show? Why, PC games, of course. Seriously, who bogarted the eggnog? It's Adam Sessler and Morgan Webb.
Oh, I love it this time of year, when the fresh snow softly dapples our shoulders.
Get out of the shot! Out! Get out!
Oh.
Welcome back to X-Play's Non-Denominational Holiday Gift Guide.
We're back to show you the best games for all your favorite consoles, and we're filled with all the spirits of the season.
Eggnog, plum wine, cooking cherry.
It's times like these that you want to surround yourself with family,
friends,
and heartwarming things like Grand Theft Auto, Halo 2, and that game where you knock people's heads off with a shovel.
It was banned in Australia. And speaking of Australia, a shout out to all the Aboriginal viewers out there.
'Tis the season to enjoy your tribal gods.
Paganism.
You know, on these cold winter nights, I like to curl up next to a warm PC. And if you do too, maybe you should buy one of these games.
Remember The Sims, or as I like to call it, the land of never-ending expansion packs? Well, it did end to make way for the beautifully refurbished Sims 2. It's still the same game at heart, but now it's 3D. So now all the hijinks, ribaldry, and intestinal evacuation is more fluidly animated, allowing the little avatars to make a better case for unemployment. If you know a Sims fan and their PC can handle the processing heft, go right ahead and let them lose their life through others. Total War series has always been impressive in its ambitions, but faltered in the execution.
Spirits of the dead cry out for blood.
This is so not the case with Rome Total War. The turn-based section of the game can indulge the budding Caligulas with politics and taxes. The real-time section is an amazing depiction of the immensity of Roman-era battles. Complex, but accessible. Pretty much, you just have to like togas.
There is no shame.
And someone better like furry-footed emotional halflings to appreciate Battle for Middle-earth. 2 campaigns, one good, one evil, offers both intimate bloodletting and full-scale orc eviscerating carnage. From the makers of Command & Conquer Generals, the game has a good pedigree to make it a fine capper to 4 years of indulgence in Peter Jackson's cacophonous gay fantasia. But what might be on the minds of most PC gamers capitalizing on the holidays for material acquisitions is Half-Life 2.
Your hour has come again.
Lightning has struck twice, and this is the amazing follow-up to one of the greatest games ever. Beautiful, creepy, and sublimely designed, once they can manage to install it, you are sure to hear thank you.
No, some people think that wearing these tiny antlers must be emasculating, but they're wrong, aren't they?
Of course they are. It's the sweater that makes you look gay.
Coming up, multi-platform games to fill you with joy and empty your bank account. Deck the halls with Adam Sessler and Morgan Webb.
Welcome back.
We were just curling up in front of the fire. Isn't that right, little bear?
Morgan, that bear can't talk. He's dead, just like me on the inside.
I guess it is dead. Sorry, pagans. We killed your nature.
You know, I know we come from different backgrounds, and we all believe in different things. But there's one thing above all else that unites us at this time of the year.
Multi-platform games. Yes, for once, Jews and Gentiles, Republicans and Democrats, PS2 and Xbox owners can all unite over one thing.
Good games and the joy they bring us. So come closer. No, closer still. Not that close. and enjoy these special multi-platform games from us
to you.
It's only been a year and our sash-wearing sand monster slaying hero is back, and he's gotten a little grim. Prince of Persia Warrior Within takes last year's exceptional title and refines it to make a game that focuses more on combat and integrated puzzles. This little romp through Kurdistan future is significantly more violent. The infinitesimal percentage of kiddies who picked up last year's copy may be an inappropriate audience. But the more sophisticated gamer in your life may appreciate this little number that's sure to get lost in the GTA, Halo, Half-Life hoopla. Beautiful Joe 2 is now out for both the PS2 and the GameCube, making last year's triumph of originality immediately available for more people.
We're back!
Maybe not a good idea for those sycophants of hype, this is a great one for the connoisseur who's willing to step up to the challenge the game throws down. Plus, it's not just a retread of last year's number. There's new special moves and a whole new character. Trust us, this is a winner. Def Jam Fight for New York is our favorite of the new fighters because it's just so over the top. Fast-paced and visually satisfying for the pain junkies, this game dishes out bare-knuckled mayhem and pulls no punches. The special someone getting this better like profanity, hip-hop, and sadism. When it comes to sports games, the distinction in quality between Electronic Arts and ESPN is highly debatable.
Made a great tackle there.
What's not a point of contention is price. Sega's ESPN titles come in at $20, making buying multiple games much easier, which would be much appreciated by the sports gamer relying on you to keep him lost in a vicarious fantasy of athleticism. But if you want no-holds-barred endless fun in a world of carnage and shameless destruction, Burnout 3 is a winner, even if you come out the loser. This racing game puts the emphasis on playing dirty with glorious disregard for public safety or moral instruction. Ram opponents off the road or just try to create a smash-up that even Interstate 5 couldn't handle. The game keeps on giving with so much depth and casual fun that even the most uptight DMV official will secretly love it.
All that destruction just makes me cherish the beauty in this world. The beauty of good games, good friends, and good times.
Cheers to that.
Are you drinking gas?
Maybe.
From all of us to all of you, happy non-denominational winter season.
Non-denominational winter season.
I hate Adam Sessler.
I'd rather suck on a urinal puck than play this game.
Why does he get to play video games and review video games on our show about video games? Why does he get to spend every day with Morgan Webb?
We've got a preview of the hottest new releases.
Yeah!
Obsessed with video games? Watch X Play with Adam Sessler and Morgan Webb. Next.
It's X-Play's Holidays for the Homeland special with Morgan Webb, Adam Sessler, plus Ratty the Puppet, Stumpy the Old Man, Drunk Link, Drunk Ryder, and a Yuletide cornucopia of other very special guests.
So Quincy and that Oriental fellow went outside, talked to that young ruffian. Boy, what Dr. Addison and Frank upset about that one.
Shut up! Shut up! Or I'm gonna put Vioxx in your Geritol.
You know, in my day, puppets were nice. Clean fur, smelled like fruit cocktail.
Don't make me collapse an artery.
It is blustery out there. Is everything okay while we were out?
And that furball sure has a mouth on him.
Stumpy's been having one of his episodes.
Do we need a towel?
All right, what we need to do is warm the place up, get some cocoa going, and start opening presents.
First, you gotta help me get this menorah on the top of the tree.
Menorah?
Jew?
I had no idea you were Jewish, Ratty.
What do you think this was?
All right, well, you put that away. I'll help you get the menorah up there. For you folks at home, you enjoy our picks for the PS2.
Sly 3 puts both sides of your cerebral hemispheres to work, taxing them with some of the cleverest gaming diversions we've ever played. Something massive this way comes. The majestic existential expanse of Shadow of the Colossus will act on so many parts of your psyche, you'll begin to view it as a new form of art. What do you get when you cross an animated, jangly, jointed rock aesthetic with some decent songs and a challenging game space? It's Guitar Hero. Lady Stardust will want to turn, as this challenging interactive rock-yoki will surely please all. Resident Evil 4 finally makes its way to the PS2, and the wait was worth it. The graphics are tight, and this time around, you'll get to mission as Ada. I'd say see you later, but you really can't see, can you? Okay, it's present time.
No, Adam, we need to perform a Christmas miracle first, a selfless gift for the holidays.
What, we're gonna say something nice about the GameCube?
No, even Jesus doesn't have a GameCube.
But the president's such a GameCube and Jesus loves him.
What do you mean, Ratty?
Limited appeal, childlike, and nothing new in ages. Sounds like a purple lunchbox should be his thing.
Ratty, your topicality is so alienating.
Let's sing a song. I want to sing the Battle Hymn of the Republic.
No, there's gonna be time for that later, Stumpy. First, we're gonna give the gift of freedom to the interns so they can enjoy the season unshackled.
I don't care, I'm singing now. My eyes have seen the coming of the glory of the...
There you go. Run free, loyal subservients. With this freedom, you're gonna turn into the man we've always dreamed you would be.
But it's so cold outside. Can't we have a jacket or something?
We can't, like, reconstruct your lives for you. You know, it's gonna be a long, hard road ahead. But remember, you're free, like the Iraqis. Yeah, no, it's great. Just don't go fight amongst yourselves. Well, I feel all warm inside. And what better way to celebrate it than with our picks for the PC?
I still don't have health insurance!
We know, Halloween's over. But that didn't stop us from putting fear on our list of PC stocking stuffers. This bloody shooter has you taking out a psychopath who's literally eating his way through a top-secret research facility. We're recommending Fear for its nifty slow-mo shootouts and creepy storyline. If you're as sick of World War II shooters as we are, you're gonna love Battlefield 2. This thoroughly modern sequel is all about balls-out ballistics and sweet rides. This game is perfect for that creepy military nut in your life.
Scout the building. Got you, Metacore. I'm all over it.
If you're sick of playing as a squeaky clean good guy in City of Heroes, maybe it's time to take a walk on the dark side with City of Villains. This standalone game lets you live out your evil impulses. Once you start leveling up, you can't stop. Speaking of dangerous addictions, prepare to surrender your social life to Civilization 4. The game refines the habit-forming gameplay of the original and throws in a crisp new 3D engine and lovingly orchestrated soundtrack. Plus, the game's narrated by Spock.
I am the Lord thy God.
Beam me up, Nimoy.
Dagnabbit, it's Christmas time, and all Social Security can afford me a song, so you always gonna sing with me. How about that St. Wenceslas ditty?
How about Mozart's Requiem, you colostomy bag refueler?
Why would I sing that European claptrap?
'Cause I'm gonna kill you if you start singing.
Now, Ratty, that's not nice. Stumpy, we'll sing a little later.
Well, that's fine, and I'll just have to tell you all about what happens in Season 3 of Matlock. Starting with the man that died at the...
Jingle all the way.
Well, that was fun. How about we open presents now since no one got anything for Stumpy?
I know, it's so sad, but why is he here in the first place?
Old people are funny.
More like Smail's funny. Damn, he's so rancid I could spread him on a baguette and serve him to a Parisian.
Sound, I'm coming. I killed these guards, and tell Gannon I'm coming for him next.
Yes, but I'm bleeding No, Drunkling, no, that's not Ganon. It's an annoying old man.
This isn't Ganon's lair. It's just our cheap appeal to the holiday-minded.
What? I thought I found her. I thought I found my Zelda. I mean, Tingle led me here.
Tingle?
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
Damn it, you useless sack. When I find you, I'm gonna shove this bottle up your ass.
No.
Hey! Get away from me, you frostbitten!
Yeah, that's not Tingle. That's your real-life girlfriend.
Excuse me, that's not my boyfriend. That there is a soused penis support system.
But I turned back time. I mean, I played my ocarina.
That wasn't an ocarina, you dumb You blacked out with my diaphragm in your mouth.
We now return to X-Play's Holidays for the Homeland special.
Oh, look, the interns have constructed a shelter for themselves out of empty eggnog cartons. We've finally achieved self-determination. Oh, it collapsed from the weight of all that snow. Oh, those cookies smell delightful.
You know, Morgan, that's not the true meaning of Christmas.
No, Adam, the true meaning of Christmas is wholesomeness and peace and sharing and also something vaguely religious. I've never been that clear about it.
Let me tell you a story about Christmas when I was 12.
Lights, please.
My parents had recently filed for divorce. My dad had moved out of the house to an extended stay America in Belmont because my mom set his clothes on fire.
That sounds horrible.
Don't interrupt. Now, when we came downstairs on Christmas morning, my brother and I, there was the biggest pile of presents we had ever seen. I had Super Mario Brothers 3. I had a bike and a remote control boat. My mom sat in the corner, rocking back and forth slowly, saying, "Boys, you're not going to leave me now, are you?"
Come down, Lacey. Sing this song.
Then my dad showed up. There was a Sega Genesis, a CD player, and an entire collection of Bionic 6 action figures. Then, of course, my mom, she accused him of trying to buy our love and threw the nativity scene at him.
It's really depressing.
Pay attention to me, Morgan. And Super Mario 3 was so much fun. I must have played that for about 10 hours. That way, I didn't have to listen to my parents screaming about one another's sexual dysfunctions downstairs. Then, of course, my brother, he didn't get a CD player, so he had to keep on beating his ears with his fists until they bled.
So that's the real meaning of Christmas? Disintegrating families?
God, Morgan, no. The real meaning of Christmas is no matter how much a family hates itself, the rampant consumerism of the holidays will always heal us. Hey, here are picks for the GameCube. What can we say about Resident Evil 4 that hasn't already been said about Mother Teresa and Bono? It pretty much changed the world. Not to mention making the GameCube more than a Mario wasteland. We love the thrills, chills, and spills. So drop some bills and dive into this most evil of residences. Some people choose a path of happiness and peace. We call them hippies. I like a path of radiance. That's what the Fire Emblem series is all about. You like tactical RPGs with turn-based action? You have a GameCube? What are you waiting for? Battalion Wars, the bastard offspring of Advance Wars, brings us a new kind of world order. This 3D third-person team-based shooter has all the weapons you'll need to fulfill your warmongering heart. Donkey Kong journeys his way through the jungle metaphor of life, but this time finds his inner Matthew McConaughey by bringing the bongo beat, clothing optional. If you don't want to work and just want to bang the jungle beat all day, you can't beat this game. Jungle beat, that is.
Damn, Morgan, celebrating Christmas with you sure is fun. I thought you might not like me because I celebrate Hanukkah.
Hey, I just don't like phlegm.
Don't be silly, Ratty. Lots of people celebrate holidays other than Christmas. Why, I remember the Wookiee life days of my youth. Lights, please. You know, my family, we would all gather around the life tree and we'd remember a time before Kashyyyk was enslaved. And then as the juice of the sacred fruit would mingle with the tears on our cheeks, we dreamed of a day when the Empire would be no more. You know, that hope for Wookiee liberation, it's part of my culture. Would you like to share some of your culture with us, Ratty?
Damn straight.
We need a good holiday tune. Oh, come all ye
This is the prayer we say over the special Hanukkah candles. Baruch atah Adonai, bitches. Elheinu Meluka Anum. Damn. Asher Kitchanu V'mitzvotav Vitzvianu Lahadlik Narot Shel Chanukah. Suck it.
That was beautiful, Ratty.
So which of those alien words actually meant Santa Claus?
All right, culture time is over. Let's get back to the fun, non-ethnic holiday.
Oh my God! It's burning! Smell that? Those are chestnuts roasting.
Oh God!
Welcome back to X-Play's Holidays for the Homeland Special.
Look, everyone, it's a holiday package.
Yeah, I got your package right here.
But it's a lovely gift from the governor.
Hello to all you innocent women and children out there. It's your favorite governor, Arnold Schwarzenegger. I love the holidays. I love the holidays so much that I directed a movie called Christmas in Connecticut. Of course, nobody saw Christmas in Connecticut, and nobody voted for my propositions. Like I say in my movies, what is best at Christmas? To crush the legislature, and to see them driven before you, and to hear the lamentations of the unions. One final message. Santa Claus pays no taxes and almost nothing to the state. So remember that when he gets you one of these games for the handhelds. My hands are really big.
Dawn of Sorrow may sound like the name of an emo band, but it's actually just the latest Castlevania game. Join effeminate hero Soma Cruz as he sets out to stop a mindless cult from resurrecting Dracula. You can use the touchscreen to draw magical seals, but the real draw here is the rock-solid Castlevania gameplay you've come to know and love. Tetris junkies, rejoice. 2 instant classics are on store shelves now. Luminous for the PSP is your standard gem-dropping puzzler with a twist. Each combo you pull off adds fat beats to the bumpin' soundtrack. If you're less musically inclined, Meteos for the Nintendo DS challenges you to line up matching shapes and launch them into outer space. Buy Luminous if you have a PSP, and Meteos if you own a DS. They're cute, they're cuddly, and they're out to poop on your DS. That's right, the Nintendogs revolution is taking over America, one shoe toy at a time. These adorable critters like to go on walks, play frisbee, and make new friends. What the hell are they doing? Grand Theft Auto Liberty City Stories is a big adventure that fits in the palm of your hand. Set in the city from GTA 3, this PSP game lets you tear through downtown and cause oh look, it's Grand Theft Auto on a handheld. What more do you need to know? Mario Kart DS power slides its way onto our list of holiday must-haves.
Here we go.
Strap into a garage full of souped-up go-karts and battle your way through the Mushroom Kingdom. Okay, it's basically the same Mario Kart you played before, but with redesigned courses so crazy, you'll be barfing up your eggnog in no time.
Wow, Stumpy, I never knew the third verse of Silent Night had so many slurs about the Irish.
That Altakaka's gone with sugar now.
Let's sing another song.
No.
Do I hear Angelina Jolie crossing her legs?
I think it's the power vacuum in the Middle East.
Hey, guys. Sure is a lot of snow out here.
Hey, Sniff.
Sure is a lot of snow out here, man.
Hey, Sniff.
That snow on your face?
No, I'm just passing through, going to my old lady Yolanda's place.
Then keep moving, dickweed.
Hey, you got any baking soda in there for some baking? Some soda?
Sure, come on in. Why is he sniffing the Christmas tree?
Looks like someone's been dreaming of a white Christmas.
X-Play's Holidays for the Homeland Special was filmed before a live studio audience.
You know, this is what the holidays are all about.
good friends.
Good memories.
Good luck getting anyone to believe that we're actually getting along.
Oh, Ratty, this is the time of year when you open up your home to everybody. Christian, Jew, damaged, creepy, and Wookiee.
Somebody say something about a party?
And hippie. We're gonna open the door for the hippie, aren't we?
Sure are.
Hi, everybody. You know, there's a couple of dead kids outside.
Yeah, those are just two people learning that with great freedom comes great responsibility.
You brought a guitar. I know there's someone that's
Be happy to know there's a musician in the house.
Hey, Stumpy, you won't believe who's here.
You know what, just go on back there. You're gonna make his holiday.
Wakey, wakey, old-timer.
You know, it's amazing. With all the different religions and cultures in this country, the holidays still reduce themselves to the simple concept of the Festival of Lights.
You know, I think people really like to find hope in the darkest time of the year, and we really need to find that necessary human need to release from tension and the stress that consumes us the rest of the year. And, you know, we've all found that with good friends, not trees to worship.
You know, trees aren't nearly as annoying as the two of you. Plus, I like syrup.
Ratty, don't you think there's one aspect of the holidays you could like?
I can't think of anything that would make me happy during this time of year. Well, maybe one thing.
Well, I know some people want to know our picks for the Xbox and the Xbox 360. Enjoy. When gathering with family and friends for the holidays, why not curl up with Condemned Criminal Origins? It's gritty, it's addicting, it's abusive, and you can kill hobos. Finally, a World War II game our greatest generation can be proud of. Call of Duty 2 could be the best World War II game we've seen since Russia was our enemy and McCarthy a champion of civil liberties. Good enemies, good battles, and good friends. That's my kind of war. What more can we say about Half-Life 2 that Moses didn't say about the Ten Commandments? Nothing. It's the end-all, be-all, and it kicks major ass. Sorry, it's the holidays, but come on, it's Half-Life 2. A fairy princess, a kingdom in despair, and monster transformations. It all screams the holidays. Cameo can turn into different environmental creatures and critters, each with their own attacks, abilities, and dreams. Sounds cartoony? It is, and we like it that way. So will you.
Wow, that sure was great, wasn't it, Steve?
Yeah, tour de force of holiday game programming.
I can't wait to see what comes next.
Let's watch. We gotta renegotiate those contracts.
Can you dig it?
Decisions, decisions. What game? What system? Help us, X-Play. Here's our best of the multi-platformers available this holiday season. Have you ever wanted to know what James Dean felt in his final minutes? With Burnout Revenge, you can have that feeling again and again and again. What brings holiday cheer more than deadly car wreckage? Answer, nothing. On the way to Tashi Station to pick up some power converters, why not buy Battlefront 2? Yes, the trilogy is over. Finally, but the games will continue forever. You know this universe by now. The ships, the characters, and more worlds to play around on. I do not have a bad feeling about this one. Say it with me. Oh, warriors, come out to play, yay! Impress your friends and family with a game that glamorizes the wonderful world of gangbanging. The movie that people pretend they've seen is now a video game, and the world is better for it. How could this get better?
Well, we could open presents. There's nothing in those boxes, is there?
No. There's still dinner.
Yes.
Did somebody say dinner?
Come on in.
Whoa, easy, buddy. Easy, you all right?
Oh, he's fine. Just take him home and have him show you his Wind Waker. And by Wind Waker, I mean
Right. You know, there's a couple people lying down outside.
Yeah, learning about freedom.
So, what you got there, Kevy?
Don't call me that. And this is your Christmas goose.
Where'd you find a goose in this weather?
Funny you should ask. Couple nice Chinese gentlemen. They just arrived and sold me them on the cheap.
Is it okay? It's hacking and wheezing. It sounds like it's under the weather.
Oh, sure, it's fine. You know, they said they had a really long trip, so there's probably nothing to worry about.
Oh, okay, well, it's really nice of you, and you're not even on our show.
No, thank God for that, right? You know, Morgan,
This time of year is really all about opening up, and I have a good feeling that next year we're all gonna be a little closer.
You know, I think next year is all about possibility and potential. You know, next year, nothing's gonna hold us back.
Next year, there's a new Zelda game, and thousands of people are sharing my all-new adventures.
Next year, I'm going to leave you in the ditch to die.
Next year, I'm not going to do this episode.
Next year, there's gonna be more snow.
And next year, we want to spend more time in your home. But until then, from us to you, we want you to have a happy, safe, and healthy holiday.
Have a happy, safe
holiday.
Today on X-Play, it's our glorious Holiday Spectacular episode. The best games for the 360, Wii, and PS3. You better be good, for goodness sake, it's game time.
Prepare to be reviewed.
Adam Sessler. Morgan Webb.
Prepare to be reviewed.
Prepare to be reviewed. This is X-Play.
Hello and welcome to X-Play.
Today is our Holiday Buying Guide Spectacular, presented by Pizza Hut.
You may notice the absence of fake snow, hearted up conifers, or any other seasonal symbols.
That's because our official stance this year is screw the holiday season.
Linus was right. It's turned into an orgy of crass consumerism.
And we love consumerism, but savvy consumerism.
So in protest, Adam and I are going to spend the next half hour giving a PowerPoint presentation about global warming.
Not so fast. My name is Mistletoe Rubin, and this is my associate, Crumpet Katz.
Charmed, I'm sure.
We're in-house counsel to the North Pole Charitable Giving Faith-Based Initiative Incorporated.
You're Santa's lawyers?
Yes, and we have an injunction requiring you to go through with the Holiday Buyer's Guide.
You're not the boss of us. This is the US of A, and this is our show, and you can't tell us what to do because we have freedom of speech.
Have you read the U.S. Patriot Act, Ms. Webb?
No. I meant to. It's long, and I hate learning.
Under Section 218, failure to provide regularly scheduled Christmas cheer is an act of war against the United States.
We'd like to keep this amicable, but if you fail to provide a sufficiently jaunty holiday episode, we'll have this studio turn into a reindeer bar before your asses hit the ground in Guantanamo.
You know, for a couple of elves, you're really mean.
Yes, but we are also full of holiday cheer.
Well, I guess we have to. Here are our recommendations for the PS2 and PS3 this year. Stop that!
What is
Stop
that?
it! Let's stop dancing! Let's face it, writing a buyer's guide for the PS3 is like trying to find a girlfriend at a LAN party. Your options aren't pretty. Unless, of course, you find the sweet science as beautiful as I do. Fight Night Round 3 takes the award-winning gameplay from the first two and ratchets up the production value. Resistance Fall of Man is the rarest of rare treats. A launch game that got a 5 out of 5. If you do invest in the pricey PlayStation 3, this is absolutely the one title you must get with the system. And that about does it for good PS3 games. But if you want some fun this holiday season without dropping $600, there's a ton of games you can pick up for your PS2. If you have a furry on your shopping list, well, you should probably stop being friends with him. But failing that, the perfect gift for anthropomorphic fetishists is Okami. This game not only feels a lot like a classic Zelda adventure, it also lets you play as a wolf. The quest is epic, the puzzles are devious, and the graphics are eye-popping. It's a must-have for your PS2. Guitar Hero 2 lets you live out your pathetic, lingering desires to be a rock star, even though you're 33 and work at an Arby's. The upgraded track list includes Shout at the Devil, Tonight I'm Gonna Rock You Tonight, and of course, Freebird.
Give up the tough guy act, pal.
Hey man, what's your problem?
For the bad boy on your list, pick up Bully. Even though it received some controversy before it came out, the final product really isn't that disturbing.
You're dead, new kid!
Just great sandbox-style gameplay mixed with controls that play better than Grand Theft Auto. It really surprised us and earned a 5 out of 5. Kingdom Hearts 2 is a second serving of the delicious Disney Square Enix mashup from 2002. New movie universes you get to visit include Tron, Steamboat Willie,
I'll let you pilot my steamboat,
and The Lion King.
I just wish I knew what my father would do.
If that fan service doesn't satisfy your Square Enix love quota, how about a heaping helping of Final Fantasy XII? This massive update to the series is actually a bit of a departure, since it doesn't feature the usual sappy love story. Throw in a lengthy quest, tons of side missions, and a lot of effeminate heroes.
Please allow me to accompany you.
And you're looking at an instant classic. Plus, it does away with random battles, and that's the best Christmas present we could ever ask for.
Okay, we recommended some games. Can you guys, go now?
I'm afraid not.
We believe that you two have been deliberately devaluing Christmas spirit to reduce holiday spending and thereby undermine the American economy.
That's right. We're going to perform a full-scale audit on all merriment and whimsy on the show this year.
They're so adorable when they threaten legal action.
They smell like nutmeg.
But you guys are totally wrong about us not being gleeful. You want glee? Just watch our suggestions for the Nintendo Wii. For all you thrifty gamers out there, consider saving some pennies this Christmas by picking up a Nintendo Wii. Rayman Raving Rabbids takes the award for most adorable mascot in the video game. No, not the armless hero. We're talking about the insane in the membrane bunny bad guys. Sure, it may just be a collection of minigames, but this title does a great job demonstrating the varied uses of the Wii controller. Whether it's gargoyle jump rope, plunger shooting galleries, or just slapping rabbits. Excite Truck takes the kick-ass sense of speed from games like Burnout and mixes it with a unique tilt sensing control scheme. All you have to do is lean the Wii remote left and right to steer and hit the turbos. It may sound overly simplistic, but after the challenge ramps up, we had a great time making our way through each level. Trauma Center Second Opinion lets you experience the thrilling life or death drama of the emergency room without the Vicodin addiction or proximity to Patrick Dempsey. One bit of warning, this title is a remake of the touchable version for the Nintendo DS, so if you've already played through that one, you won't find all that much new content here. But if you just can't get enough heart-stopping surgery, stuff your stocking with Trauma Center.
Starting the operation.
And that does it for our Wii Buyer's Guide. Oh, all right, I'm just kidding. The Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess is the crown jewel of Nintendo's new system, and there's no better way to christen your Wii than with the continued adventure of Link and friends. There's one big reason this is our favorite game in the Zelda series: variety. Everywhere you turn, there's a ton of stuff to do. Whether it's engaging in target practice, fishing, or sweaty sumo matches, we promise you will never get bored. Unfortunately, the expanded running time makes the storyline a bit murky, but with 9 devious dungeons and very satisfying boss battles, we're not complaining. If you buy a Wii, you have to get Twilight Princess. It's just that simple.
This show is Meshuggah.
There's one thing I'm just not getting here.
Decent haircuts.
The company of women.
My respect.
No! Aren't you guys a bit, Jewish to be Christmas elves?
Open your eyes, Sessler. Christmas is the biggest retail season of the year. Who do you think runs it?
I always assumed it was the Freemasons.
Yeah, me too. Or News Corp. I don't know.
Up next, the best games for the PC, and later, the DS, PSP, and 360 on X-Play. X-Play's Holiday Buyer's Guide is presented by Pizza Hut. You always get more when you go for the good stuff. Ho, ho, ho! It's Morgan Webb and an elf.
They smell like elderberries.
Welcome back to this glorious holiday episode of X-Play. We're being audited by elves who say we haven't been cheerful enough.
Here we have 3 separate occasions of mocking the Kennedy assassination, and none of them involved merry gentlemen resting or nog of any kind.
But we're excited about other things now, like when Star went all crazy and Barbara Walters fired her.
That's snark, not joy. You could at least smile more.
When I smile, I look a little bloodthirsty.
Oh, come on, you're a pretty girl. Give us a smile. Wow, that's unsettling.
Let's just take a look at our recommendations for the PC.
What's under your hat? What's under your hat? I bet it's all pointy under there. Huh? I bet it is. Elfie.
Once all the dust is settled and the victor trudges off the battlefield of the console war, there has always been one platform that still remains, the PC. Here's a couple of choice titles for that desktop jockey in your family. Half-Life 2 Episode 1 transports our favorite crowbar-wielding physicist and his gun-toting love interest from the brink of destruction and delivers them straight into the infested ruins of City 17. More lion ants, more crazy physics, less strain on your wallet. When Diablo throws a toga party, you get Titan Quest, a bacchanalian battleground with a lush assortment of revelers spanning every corner of the ancient Roman psyche. Quests will need completing and Titans will need internal ventilation in this gorgeous dungeon crawler. The plague, no medicine, a fear of water. It's amazing that civilizations during the Middle Ages could create such astounding acts of war, let alone make it past the age of 10.
And rightfully so, Father.
Medieval 2 Total War teaches us that not much has changed in the ways of war in over a century.
Attack!
Warhammer 40,000 Dawn of War Dark Crusade may not have the tactical push of other titles, but it has undead robots fighting dinosaurs. And isn't that what really matters? Take over a planet with 2 new races and 5 others just waiting to take it back. They grow up so fast. Fear Extraction Point does what most other expansions fall short of, improving on the original. Extraction takes the battle out of the warehouse and hits you with blood-drenched environments. Slow down and really take the time to soak in the chaos. And those quiet moments. It's not often I can say the words World War II RTS without my gag reflexes tingling. Company of Heroes breaches the tides of mundane to create a game unlike any other. Claim resources by taking over strategic points on the map, build, command, and march your troops through destructible environments and into one of the best games to buy for the PC this holiday season.
The shorter one just tried to make me wear a sweater with a snowman on it. This is hell.
Okay, can't we just get our lawyers to file a deposition or cast a counterspell or something?
Cheerful can't afford lawyers. Most of our legal needs are taken care of by a copy of Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney.
Why can't we afford lawyers?
Hers back waxing went way over budget this year.
Oh, the jacket he gave me said it was mohair.
In a moment, the best games for the DS and PSP. And later, the Xbox 360 on XPlay. Feliz Navidad! It's Adam Sessler and an elf.
Welcome back to the XPlay Holiday episode. Santa's lawyers are here to make sure we promote consumer spending.
You're part of a larger problem. You and the ironic t-shirts and the hilarious YouTube videos, you're making the children jaded.
And immoral.
The only way Santa could make children believe in Christmas again was to invent the Nintendo Wii, a console with real, actual magic in it. But at what cost? Do you know where that magic comes from?
Ground-up elk corpses?
Yeah. And each and every DS is powered by the heart of a kitten. And it's all at your feet.
Cool! Oh, here are some games you should buy for the DS. Like meow, 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 meow.
The Nintendo DS, 2 screens for twice the gameplay. Perfect for those mixed families that celebrate more than one holiday. And these are its best games. The holidays can't be the holidays without Final Fantasy. And for the first time ever, the fantasy moves to the DS with Final Fantasy III. Enjoy all your fightin' RPG-ness on the go. At home. Or at midnight mass. As familiar as a Charlie Brown cartoon about child abandonment, Mario returns to the world of handhelds, a world he helped create, more or less, with new Super Mario Brothers. Now supersized. Which brings us to Yoshi's Island, 7 stranded castaways not included. It's Yoshi, his immature buddies, and a mysterious island. But you won't lose interest in this island by Season 3. It's full of oodles of 2D platforming goodness. The game also makes great use of pipes and screens. But enough about Woody Harrelson. Here's proof games can be fun and educational. It's Big Brain Academy, a game for the intelligent gamer. Whatever that is. improve your memory, math skills, and intelligence, all with the guidance of Dr. Loeb, the strange, disturbing Dr. Loeb. Peace on Earth, everybody.
Jeepers, you guys sure do review a lot of Naruto games.
That's what you're not realizing. See, you just prance in here at the end of Q4.
Santa insists we prance.
Right. And you get all up in our grill for not being cheerful, but you should come back in March when all we have to do is review an EVE Online expansion pack and then talk to me about good cheer.
If you try hard enough, you can find beauty in the most horrible of places. Why, I bet there are even a few PSP games worth buying this year.
PSP, our cute little handheld friend. He's a serious fellow, but he just loves the holidays. These are his favorite games for the holiday season.
You check this out right here?
When it comes to music-based puzzles, one thinks of Kid Rock's marriage to Yasmin Bleeth. It also means Luminous 2. Continuing the fine holiday tradition from the first Luminous a year ago, Luminous 2 brings loads more festive puzzling cheer. The new skins, very seasonal. The new puzzles, very trippy. And music by non-controversial Scientologist Beck. Now that's a holiday treat money can buy. With a song that seeps into your brain like that worm from Star Trek II, Loco Roco has more than enough wacky weirdness to be the ideal stocking stuffer. Holidays are for getting together with your friends, virtual or otherwise. And what better way to sneak behind their backs and kill them than with Metal Gear Solid Portable Ops?
Who's that? Oh!
The portable means it's portable. The metal means it rocks. Snake's back, and he's brought some of his wise men with him to celebrate the season. Lots of fighting, lots of missions, and that MGS dialogue we love and hate all at the same time. Huh? One of the best loved games of the 80s is back as one of the best loved games of the, whatever we're calling this decade. It's fun, it's hard, it's ghoulish. Perfect for celebrating the birth of Christ or one of those other minor holidays. Ah, such great games for the PSP. You know, it is beginning to smell a lot like Christmas.
What was that?
Look, this all got out of hand, but I hope at the end of the day we can all become friends.
Are you hitting on me?
No, what I'm trying to say is, hey, if the cable thing doesn't really work out, I'm not that tall, I look great in tights, and I sure dance a mean jig.
Well, you think just any cable host can put on pointy shoes and become an elf?
Yeah.
Try manufacturing your quota of toy trains while a drunk reindeer tries to stick his antlers up your hiney. Are you ready for that kind of pressure?
Well, then why do you guys do it?
For the sweet, sweet gingerbread bitches. Oh, yeah.
Okay, that's weird.
Moments away, the very best games for the 360 on X-Play. X-Play's Holiday Buyer's Guide is presented by Pizza Hut. You always get more when you go for the good stuff. Good Yule, it's Adam Sessler and Morgan Webb.
Welcome back to X-Play.
Hey, we're gonna need all your shooter reviews from fiscal year 2005.
We're being audited by a couple of elves who think our reviews aren't cheerful enough.
And try to deck some halls, too, while you're at it.
If only someone or something could take us back to our life of quiet, uneventful negativity.
Did you hear that?
Could it be?
Oh!
Abarigani, Adam and Morgan.
It's the tricycle of Kwanzaa!
He represents stability and cooperative economics.
I have filed papers with the SEC to undertake a hostile takeover of Santa's Umbrella Corporation.
Would that mean?
Yes, the lawsuit is over, and all the elves have been laid off due to downsizing.
Bye!
Bye-bye!
Keeble these nuts, Kwanzaa trike.
Oh, but the day has been saved, and Adam and I can now go back to not caring about Christmas.
Adam, Morgan, do it for the children.
Oh, all right. Here are our picks for the Xbox 360. Who's ready to open X-Play's gift to the televised world? It's the most important gift you can get, after all.
Yeah, that was beautiful, baby.
The gift of knowledge.
Let me see.
Here's the best the Xbox 360 has to offer. Who doesn't like opening presents? Especially when their entrails are delicious.
Viva Pinata will lob a cute grenade right into the heart of your living room. You'll create environments suitable for sustaining pinata life. The more diversity you plant, the more diversity you'll attract. Pinata is addictive, colorful, and well, who doesn't like watching worms mate? Within the massive realms of the Elder Scrolls IV Oblivion, you'll run, ride, and fight your way through a massive 360-powered world of yore. There's enough gaming depth here to keep you questing for many a Christmas future. Batter up! Who's ready for a little hit and run on the baseball diamond o' death? Dead Rising for El Xbox 360 blends gallows humor, consumerism, and the crazy subplot with freelance photojournalism. What happens in Vegas stays in Vegas, especially when you kill it. Rainbow Six Vegas is back and beautiful on the 360's humming cylinders. The graphics are spectacular, and faves like the cover system return improved. Gears of War's got plenty of meat to mince with a wicked array of firepower and fiendish foes to use it on. The graphics are amazing, raising your expectations of what a Baroque vision of rubble can look like. Combatants move fluidly, gain and use cover expertly, and get a load of this dash. And when bullets aren't enough, there truly is no resistance to Gears of War as redefining the genre. No excuses.
You make the seeds angry.
Now you've been given the best the 360 can offer.
Well, the Tricycle of Kwanzaa saved us and gave us these great presents.
I got a gourd and an ethnic studies textbook.
And I got an ear of corn and a dictionary so I can finally learn how to spell Kwanzaa.
So have a merry holiday season, and remember, this half-assed morality play is the only gift you're gonna get from X-Play.
Today on X-Play, it's our glorious 1-hour Holiday Buyer's Guide Spectacular. You saved your hard-earned cash, now we'll help you blow it. We've got the best games this holiday season for the Xbox 360, the red-hot Wii, and the newly surging PS3. Plus, the best titles for the DS, PSP, and more. Let's hope you've been good, boys and girls, or you might end up with Kane and Lynch in your stock.
What's going on?
It's game time.
Were it so easy.
Prepare to be reviewed.
Adam Sessler. Morgan Webb.
Prepare to be reviewed.
Prepare to be reviewed. Is X-Play.
Hello and welcome to X-Play.
More specifically, welcome to our 5th annual Stuff You Should Buy to Give to People When It's Cold special, better known as the 1-hour special X-Play Holiday Buyer's Guide.
Oh, 7.
Yeah. On today's show, we'll make your Christmas shopping a bit less painful with our suggestions for what to buy for Xbox 360 owners who just haven't had the cash to keep up with all the big releases. Plus, we'll warn you which games to stay away from as you prowl the aisles.
And we'll give some surefire thank you note catalyst for Wii players in your life.
But first, let's kick off with the cream of the PlayStation 3 crop.
Anyone who owns a PlayStation 3 absolutely must have a copy of Ratchet & Clank Future Tools of Destruction in their game arsenal.
Ruler of the universe!
Not only did it get a 5 out of 5, it's truly the first must-buy game for the system. From the wide array of innovative weapons, terrific action set pieces, and old-school platforming fun, you owe it to yourself to give these tools a try. Ninja Gaiden Sigma is more than just a shiny remake of the original Xbox game. It includes changes to the layout of some environments and adds a handful of new bad guys and bosses along the way. Okay, that may not sound like much, but thanks to those refinements, this may just be the zenith of the action genre. Plus, a new mode allows you to see what sexy fiend hunter Rachel was doing while Ryu was out putting dinner on the table. Here's a hint, she wasn't watching Oprah. The Eye of Judgment proves that Nintendo isn't the only company inventing new ways to play. Here's how it works. You lay down a mat, place your cards on top, and the EyeToy identifies each one.
It then animates attacks and magic spells, turning your boring old card battle game into a full-fledged cinematic experience. It doesn't hurt that the underlying mechanics are pretty fun, even if the game's tutorial lasts about 30 times too long.
Fascinating.
No, it's not. Warhawk may have dropped a bunch of features it originally promised, but the streamlined game actually turned out quite nicely. Now, the only catch is that it's multiplayer only, but once you experience a few online skirmishes, you'll probably forget about playing solo. You can purchase Warhawk in retail stores with an included headset, or you can just buy it through the PlayStation Network for about $40. Either way, it's a good deal that'll last you a long time. Uncharted Drake's Fortune is a rip-roaring adventure yarn that attempts to pull off the quirky feeling of an Indiana Jones romp.
Whoa there, cowboy.
And mostly succeeds. Despite a cornucopia of corny cliches like collapsing walkways and explosive barrels, we had a fun time tracking down this game's lost treasure.
You make it sound so dirty.
Sorry. What are you waiting for? Get out there and snag a copy for the Harrison Ford Stalker on your shopping list.
Does he always go on like this?
A game doesn't have to be stuck on one system to be great, as we all know. In the spirit of the season, here are some A-listers that aren't afraid to spread the love around. Venturing outside the realm of exclusives, there's no shortage of top titles that take a more agnostic approach to their platforms of choice.
Please note that we have added a consequence for failure.
For the military hardware fetishist on your list, Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare is about as good as it gets. An intense offline campaign lets the game stretch its prodigious graphical legs. The Sessler online play, with unlockables and bonus challenges galore, guarantees COD4 will be a gift that keeps on giving. If price is no object for that special someone on your nerd gift list, look no further than Rock Band. With guitar, drums, and microphone included, Rock Band provides all you need for some multiplayer holiday cheer. Dozens of songs to play, plus even more available for download, provide something to suit all musical tastes. Form a band and land a recording contract, and become a rock god from the comfort of your own gift-wrap-strewn living room. Just make sure you have enough space to set up the drums and no stage diving off the couch. Start small, like off an ottoman or something. The Orange Box offers possibly the most bang for your holiday buck, with 5 of the best first-person shooters around in one convenient pack. The full Half-Life 2 saga to date is joined by the charming and addictive Portal, and to foster brotherhood between men and the occasional woman brave enough to venture into the online gaming wilds. Team Fortress 2 is a whimsical but rewarding multiplayer offering. Altair might not join you for a round of Silent Night, but that doesn't mean he shouldn't be under the tree. With a tremendous living world to explore and incredible animation, Assassin's Creed is a unique game that will sublimate anyone's desire to take a hit contract out on their overly friendly uncle. Challenging stealth kills and slick swordplay are the watchwords as the Animus virtual reality machine dials back the clock to 1191 for a Holy Land odyssey in the ancient cities of Damascus, Acre, and Jerusalem. Now that's a down-home Christmas.
Return what you have stolen from me!
Finally, 360 and PC owners get a special treat in the form of BioShock, a first-person shooter unlike any other released in 2007. Stranded in the failed Utopia Rapture deep below the ocean, you must battle your way past legions of deranged and Ram fans to regain your freedom. Stunning art direction and a truly engaging story complement the innovative plasmid system, which allows you to summon anything from electricity to bees to aid you. And you'll need all the help you can get when you confront the terrifying Big Daddies. By turns creepy, beautiful, haunting, and explosive, BioShock is a must-buy for all your loved ones. Fun suggestion, throw in a copy of Atlas Shrugged for a little light bathroom reading between play sessions.
The holidays can be hectic, I know, but in this season of tradition and remembrance, be sure not to forget the time-honored ritual of keeping your PC hardware up to date. Otherwise, how will you play these great games? The console wars are getting so much attention this holiday season, PC gamers might feel neglected. Here are 5 reasons why they shouldn't feel left out in the cold.
Scratch one, brother.
You are looking at the largest scale real-time strategy game ever created. Supreme Commander pits humans, robots, and alien-worshipping nutjobs against each other in a battle royale for complete domination of the solar system. You command literally hundreds and hundreds of units at once. Plus, you get to drop bombs like Harry S. Truman. It's not tough. What do you do when you combine a witch with a sorcerer? You get the Witcher. In an industry where you can't throw a rock without hitting a derivative RPG, The Witcher succeeds at creating a fresh voice. Witchers are badass magicians who specialize in killing monsters and one-night stands.
Won't you stay just a bit longer?
The Witcher offers a massive world to explore, rich with side quests and interesting NPCs. A perfect stocking stuffer for any gamer who likes RPGs full of drinking, sex, and rabble-rousing. Which I guess is all of us. If you want maximum holiday bang for your buck, you can't do any better than Galactic Civilizations 2 Dark Avatar. It's technically an expansion pack to GalCiv 2, but there's enough content here to fill up a proper sequel. With dozens of worlds to conquer and a gaming experience as intricate as you want it to be, Galactic Civilizations 2 Dark Avatar will consume your life. And you get it all for $20. Bad Colonel Tie impression not included.
Crack off!
Neverwinter Nights 2 Mask of the Betrayer is an expansion that picks up right after the events of Neverwinter Nights 2. It's an improvement on the original in almost every way.
Chocolate!
The storyline is sober. You'll have access to major spells right from the beginning, and the characters are top-notch.
Sort of like me, only they're not as smart or as good-looking.
Gears of War PC is the game to scratch your ultra-violence itch. Gears PC includes all the great action from the Xbox 360 version, plus 5 hours of entirely new gameplay.
Hey, stupid! You want some of this? Come and get
Gears PC now includes the epic battle Marcus Phoenix and friends went through to reach the train station. The long, bloody road culminates in a grudge match with the Brumac, the biggest, meanest son of a bitch this side of John Goodman. Add in the award-winning multiplayer mode, and you have a PC package that's hard to resist. Whether you like ripping the face off a locust or contemplating your next move for hours, the PC has something for everyone.
Let's see if the best bed in Kaer Morhen can hold us.
It should really be emphasized that The Witcher does feature some pretty mature themes in the sex and violence department. You should probably reserve it for the more adult gamers on your list. And by adult, I mean the kind of person who wants to see polygonal breasts. And that's as good as an introduction as I can give to the X-Play staff picks.
Alright, my holiday pick is Ratchet & Clank Future Tools of Destruction. There is no better game you can get this year for the PS3, and you know what? It's just a lot of fun, period.
This year I recommend Orange Box. Oh, and Rock Band.
For 2007, I recommend Scrabble on Facebook.
WWJP. What would Jesus play? This holiday, Jesus will be playing Halo 3.
When I'm not drinking mint juleps, I'm playing BioShock.
We recommend High School Musical. Sing it.
Because it has non-threatening boys in it.
The only thing better than talking to your family this holiday season is rocking with your family.
Oh, that hurts.
Since Adam already picked Ratchet, I'm going to go with Supreme Commander. It's a real-time strategy game. It's very difficult, but it's going to be worth the work you're going to put into it.
Buy Assassin's Creed or you're part of the problem.
For 2007, I recommend the Orange Box.
Everybody down on the ground!
Coming up, games for the people on your list who aren't worth full price. And later, our picks for the Wii on X-Play.
Welcome back to X-Play's Holiday Buyer's Guide. Now, we've got 1 or 2 people on the old shopping list that we'd really rather not blow $60 on. So to help you fulfill social obligations with the least financial hardship, here's a special holiday edition of Games for Cheap Bastards. There are certain things you don't skimp on: food, booze, and games. But I know some of you are going to, so here's a little help. Cheap bastards. Okay, Tightwad, I'm guessing you haven't gone next gen yet, but in case you have, you've actually got a few really great options. A steal at just under $30 is Fight Night Round 3 for the PS3.
frenetic action, great graphics, and lots of spit and blood. It's perfect for the holidays. If it's a 360 deal you're after, the zombie beatdown classic Dead Rising is also now available for under $30. It's strangely appropriate given that this is what malls usually look like during the holidays, as well as the rest of the year. MLB Power Pros for the Wii is great not only because it is cheap, coming in at just under $30, it's also fun, has a wide age range, and is available on the most affordable next-gen system, which I know you love, Scrooge. If you're looking for a deal on the PS2, you're in luck. There are myriad titles available for under $30, many of which are actually still pretty tolerable. How about the Disney meets Final Fantasy hack-and-slash adventure Kingdom Hearts 2? Yes, it's a sequel, but guess what? The original Kingdom Hearts is also available on the cheap. See your local bargain bin for details. We know you know where that is, you cheap ass. Our top pick for all you bargain hunters out there are the New York Times crosswords for the DS. Not only is it dirt cheap, coming in at around $10 measly, it's actually more affordable than buying the paper every day to play the crossword. It should offer the recipient a moderate amount of fun while at the same time conveying the message that you really didn't put that much thought into this gift other than to look at the price. Maybe leave the tag on it to let that really sink in. During the holidays, remember, it's the thought that counts. Unless that thought is, what's the least I can spend on this and get away with it? Happy whatever, you cheap bastard.
With the advent of online play as a mainstream feature, we now have the ability to make gaming a social activity without being forced to play them with family members we prefer to ostracize. Here are some recommendations for those who like their gaming without even a remote possibility of eye contact. Well, it's that most wonderful time of the year again. But let's face it, you and I both know that in this day of age, no one is stringing popcorn or roasting chestnuts or doing whatever it is you do with a Yule log. And chances are, it's because you're too busy playing your precious reindeer games. I mean, video games. So, in addition to tidings of comfort and joy, we also bring you the Holiday Buyer's Guide for online and MMO games. You may have heard of a little MMORPG called World of Warcraft: The Burning Crusade. Yes, Santa's Workshop has been bustling with blood elves this year to bring you this expansion pack. It's new, it's wow. What more could you ask for? And hark, what are those herald angels singing? Wait, no, I think it's a call. A Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare, that is. So gather round, forget caroling, and grab your heavy artillery.
Kiss me.
Now, as you're tearing the paper off those non-denominational holiday packages, be careful not to let the orange box get lost in the shuffle. This compilation has a lot to offer.
Hey, Knucklehead! I'm talking to you, bunk!
So give yourself the gift that keeps on giving and spread some holiday cheer and assorted body parts with Team Fortress 2 for the orange box.
So much love!
And just in case Santa Claus is as senile as he looks, you might need to remind him that an angel like you deserves Halo 3. You know it, you love it, and you probably want some more of it. And last but not least is Tabula Rasa. Sure, there's no good holiday play on words for this one, but don't go hold it against this MMO. Let's just say it's worth putting down your latkes and gelt to save humanity from an alien race. So, in this season of family and togetherness, let's all agree that avoiding social interaction with real people is key to surviving the holidays. So get comfortable, enjoy the nog while it lasts, and don't come up until New Year's.
As our consumers' culture dictates, the best thing about the holidays is freebies. That's why this Christmas G4 offers you free stuff. Kevin Pereira and I will show off the newest swag, and then we're going to give it away, including our biggest prize yet, a trip for two to Japan and 100,000 yen in spending money. Log on to our website, g4tv.com/free stuff to find out how to win. Then watch Free Stuff on Christmas Day, 3 p.m. Eastern and Pacific, right here on G4. Let's go to the gaming update with our friend Joel Gordine.
Thanks, Morgan. Coming up, Halo 3 receives more maps for its multiplayer experience. Nintendo's DS takes over 2007, and a new Blizzard MMORPG. All that coming up in 60 seconds.
Viewers agree, Attack of the Show is the source for everything you care about.
We really do know what you want.
Attack of the Show, tomorrow at 7 and 11 on G4. Take a peek inside the real adult world. The Adult Entertainment Expo from Las Vegas. 2 hours of the industry's hottest girls and latest gadgets. And only one network has the cojones to cover it.
I'm from Utah and I've never seen anything like this in my life.
Keep in mind, little dab will do ya.
The Adult Entertainment Expo 08, January 13th, only on G4.
Video games are evolving. And now, so are we. Introducing the all-new X-Play, now with news, reviews, cheats, demos, interactivity.
Yes, that's what I'm talking about.
The all-new X-Play, January 14th, only on G4.
Bungie Studios released the first in a series of Halo 3 downloadable content yesterday. Xbox Live users can purchase the Heroic Map Pack, which includes Standoff, Rat's Nest, and Foundry for 800 Microsoft points. The Nintendo DS will finish 2007 as the year's top-selling video game system. As of November 30th, the touch-based handheld has sold over 6 million units, with an astonishing 650,000 DSs purchased during Thanksgiving week alone. Finally, the World of Warcraft forums were buzzing after Blizzard's recent job listing for a lead 3D character artist on a next-gen MMO. Blizzard community representative Drisk confirmed the company is seeking employees on an unannounced MMO, and the new project will not be a World of Warcraft expansion. Be sure to visit us on the web at g4tv.com/xplay to get up-to-the-minute video game news. I'm Joel Gordine. There's your gaming update.
Welcome back to X-Play's Holiday Buyer's Guide. Last year, you'd have to fight to the death with Aunt Thelma and Grandma Priscilla over who got to give Twilight Princess to the one person in the family lucky enough to find a Wii. A greatly expanded library of top-notch titles means far less bloodshed in 2007.
This holiday season, Wii's will continue to fly off store shelves faster than fried chicken at John Goodman's dinner table, and Super Mario Galaxy is a huge reason why. It's the best Mario game in a long, long time, and some may say the best ever. Working really smoothly with the Wii controls, Galaxy has everything a Mario platforming fan craves and desires. Plus, it takes place out there. Is it the best game for the Wii thus far? Yes, and that's why it received X-Play's highest honor with a 5 out of 5. Zack and Wiki Quest for Barbaro's Treasure is a globe-spanning rat race-esque adventure to find treasure. Pirate Barbaro's got it. Zack and his disease-riddled monkey friend Wiki want it. So you're off in search of items, puzzles, and good times. Plus, there's more tools here than at a Stargate SG-1 convention. If you get confused, the star of the movie Powder is here to set things straight. You won't want to euthanize this game. Metroid Prime 3 Corruption is one of the nicest looking games to make its way to Wiidom. There's a virus floating around and Samus, as always, has to save the day without getting infected. That's a tall order, but with the Wii controllers, Samus should have no problem. Your wrist might have a problem, but that's a small price to pay for saving the universe. Corruption concludes the trilogy in the most proper and satisfying way, on the Wii. If it's X-Play's Buyer's Guide, you know there has to be a mention of Resident Evil 4 somewhere. And here it is, Resident Evil 4 Wii Edition. We love this game. We love the Wii. So why not combine the two into one big orgasmic frenzy?
It's game time.
It's the same RE4 you've grown to love, if you've grown to love RE4. And with the Wiimote, you can even take a nice swim around the countryside. Now that's evil. Resident Evil.
Hey, take it easy.
We started this with Mario, we'll end it with Wario. We're symmetrical that way. WarioWare Smooth Moves is a ponderous MMO that leads you on an adventure through the vast netherworlds of... No, I can't fool you guys. It's minigame after minigame after minigame. Over 200 of them. And each one uses the Wii in the most novel of ways. You want to take the Wii through the wild, weird, and wacky? Really, where else are you gonna look? Smooth Moves may be short, but that didn't stop Danny DeVito. It shouldn't stop you.
Thanks to the Wii and the DS, thousands of people who never touched a video game before are picking up the hobby. In recognition of the new additions to our nerdy family, here are some games we recommend especially for new gamers.
For years, inexperienced gamers have suffered great indignity and discrimination in their social and professional lives. As an outsider in the world of gaming, you probably find the prospect of gaming overwhelming and downright frustrating. Well, quit your crying and pull yourself together, because we can help. In hopes of bringing people together and making the world a gamier place, we have a list for people like you. With these 5 games for new gamers, you too might someday be one of the beautiful gamer people. You'll want to start off slow, and what's slower than Brain Age 2? This vigorous exercise for your mind includes such fun as word jumbles, math problems, and rock, paper, scissors. And don't worry, you won't be lost if you missed the first Brain Age. Moving on, you'll definitely want to give the New York Times crossword puzzle a try. If you've ever done a crossword puzzle, this should be simple and stress-free. In fact, if you've ever seen or even heard of a crossword puzzle, you should be okay. And even new gamers can get excited by the Olympics. It's full of familiar games. Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games for the Wii lets you try your hand at all the sports that you're probably not good at in real life. So swim, long jump, and fence to your heart's content. LEGO Star Wars: The Complete Saga is perfect for fans of Star Wars, Legos, and combinations thereof. The great thing about this one is that the cutscenes are so adorable that you'll forget you're even playing a game. But enough coddling. Eventually you have to grow up, learn to use a gun, and start shooting zombies. So Resident Evil: The Umbrella Chronicles is a good place to start.
Thank goodness.
It's an all-around accessible shooter with easy controls. So there you have it, young gamers. Take it one step at a time, and soon enough, you'll be gaming with the best of them. Well, it seems like just about everyone has a Nintendo DS these days, which makes a DS game a pretty safe bet for a gift choice. To help sift through the endless stream of DS titles, here's the best of the best for Nintendo's ubiquitous handheld. While it might be hard to cram some of the larger console games into hanging footwear, titles for the Nintendo DS, as well as the system itself, are perfect stocking stuffers for the on-the-go gamer on your list.
Okay, got it.
First up, we have Rune Factory: A Fantasy Harvest Moon, because you can't spread holiday cheer without spreading a little manure too. The newest addition to the Harvest Moon family now includes combat as well as farming. With adorable graphics and deliberate gameplay that series fans will still find engaging, you can lose yourself in Rune Factory when your aunt starts offering eggnog body shots.
Terrific!
Final Fantasy VI Advance is next. Yes, the game is 10 years old. Yes, it was originally for the GBA, but damn it, it's hands down one of the very best Final Fantasy games ever. If you didn't play it when it was originally released on the Super Nintendo, you're in for a treat. Even if you clean Kefka's Clock back in '94, there's a new translation from the original Japanese. New dungeons, new espers, and a chocobo in a pear tree. No, you didn't change channels to MTV in 1985. This is Hotel Dusk, not the music video for a-ha's Take On Me. With a convoluted plot, clever stylus puzzles, and more Roadhouse mysteries than the lyrics to Hotel California, the plot of Hotel Dusk will draw you in despite its meticulous pace. It's all about the details as you make your way around the Flophouse, interviewing tenants and digging up clues. There's plenty of room at this inn for anyone with a passion for problem solving. What would a handheld buyer's guide be without a Pokemon game? This year saw one or two of the best, with Pokemon Diamond and Pearl. While Diamond and Pearl really don't advance much in terms of what you do, explore the world, collect Pokemon, and pit them against each other in a friendly competition, not unlike cockfighting. The real excitement is playing and trading with your friends over the DS's wireless connection. So, despite my usual Pokemon dread, visions of Prinplup danced in my head. And who's this delivering presents from a snowy sky? It's you, dropping those exploding gifts to the enemies of the USA in Glory Days 2. In this combination arcade shooter and real-time strategy, you take a stylus-on approach to piloting your aircraft and collecting resources to build up your army. Glory Days 2 is the perfect gift for the side-scrolling maverick in your life, or Goose, or Iceman.
I envy kids today. Years from now, they'll be able to look back on Christmases past and remember everyone sitting around the toasty living room, noses buried in their portable gaming systems, not interacting with one another except for the occasional wordless Mario Kart DS race, just like in that Silent Night song.
Up next, what to get for your least favorite siblings, and later, which games you should avoid this year. Welcome back to X-Play's Holiday Buyer's Guide. The DS may rule the handheld world, but there are those of us who prefer more complex 3D graphics, a higher fidelity audio platform, and maybe a dash of load time for that discerning handheld gamer. Here are our picks for the PSP.
This holiday season, if you're one of the chosen ones to get a PSP in your Christmas stocking, don't despair because you wanted the Nintendo DS. Here are 5 PSP games to ring in the new year with. What better way to bring peace, joy, and goodwill to all men than by hanging out with Count Dracula and all his wacky friends in Castlevania: The Dracula X Chronicles. You think hanging out with your family is hell? This is hell. This devil-may-care side-scroller will give you hours of gothic fun. Metal Gear Solid Portable Ops Plus is the perfect game when you just want to sneak out of the house, find a sleazy perp, and choke that son of a bitch. Now that's Christmas. With Portable Ops Plus, the portable means it's portable, the ops means it's stealthy, and the plus? Well, that depends on you. Which brings us to Final Fantasy Tactics: The War of the Lions. Final Fantasy games are perfect for the PSP. It can take your typical Final Fantasy fan on a journey to the most intimidating place of all, outside. The War of the Lions roars with fun. Finally, something educational, sort of. Jeanne d'Arc, an RPG that combines 2 things gamers really love: history and the French. With a slick anime spin and what the hipsters call soul power, you too can battle your way to your lifelong goal of martyrdom. Nothing says season's greetings like fiery death at the stake. Finally, we've got Ratchet & Clank Size Matters. If Ratchet & Clank is on your gaming system, you buy it, or ask Santa or some other fictional denominational gift-giving zealot to bring it to you. I don't really care. The graphics are impressive for the handheld, the story's original, and since this is the PSP, there's quicker power-ups. In this instance, and this instance only, size really doesn't matter. Now, when you are forced to include that certain reviled someone on your Christmas list, you're looking for a very specific type of item. Here are 5 games that nobody will have fun with.
It's pretty clear what's wrong with the Wii game Boogie, and it's not just this terrible cover of a song from Greece.
You better shape up, 'cause I need a man.
No, the problem is the unresponsive rhythm-based control scheme. The game offers a click track for you to follow along with, but is completely out of sync with the song.
Get it.
Everything is set for the extermination team.
Another game for someone you truly hate is Vampire Reign. It's an Xbox 360 game that tries to combine the stealth-based missions of Splinter Cell with the campy action of Blood Rain. You see, in the world of this game, vampires, aka Nightwalkers, are roaming the earth killing off humans.
Nightwalker!
But instead of fighting your way through them, you'll actually be participating in agonizingly dull sneaking missions. Yes, it's true. Vampires do suck.
I kind of figured they'd say that.
Your Empty is a creatively bankrupt PC shooter that essentially defines the word mindless. You'll spend all of your time running from alleyway to alleyway as you shoot mutant monsters in the face. Where did they all come from, you ask? Well, they were created by Soviet scientists in an alternate historical timeline, of course, and that makes about as much sense as these community theater quality voice performances.
The trouble came from the city.
But none of these atrocities compare to the sensory assault that is Escape from Bug Island. Released on the Wii last summer, this game lets you play as Ray, a young man who takes a vacation to Bug Island with his love interest, Michelle. Oh, and your obnoxious friend Mike tags along to help deliver amazingly stilted dialogue.
You know, if you keep staring like that, you're gonna go blind.
The game features an overly complicated control scheme, but even if that wasn't a problem, this would still be a huge turd.
Try explaining it in English this time.
Let me put it this way. You should only give this to a gamer you hate. We know that not everyone has moved on to the next-gen system, so here's a fine selection of PlayStation 2 software for your holiday needs. But This is the last time we do it. If you don't have a next-gen system by next year, you can do your own damn research.
So, you have to get a gift for someone you know with the PS2, huh? The good news, you do have options, and they won't be hard on the old coin purse.
Sound the horn and allow them to celebrate our glory.
This year, why not give that special someone the gift of wrath, hand-delivered by our favorite brooding Spartan, Kratos. This time, it's Zeus who will incur his bloody vengeance in God of War 2. A welcome gift for any self-respecting PS2 owner. Actually, if that's the case, they'll probably already own it. Just buy them 1 and 2 and pretend you didn't know. Zeus! You know what kind of gifts I love? Anything loosely based on Norse mythology. Hey, here's something. Odin's Sphere. Although simple, this colorful, visually rich journey into the secrets of the Crystal Cauldron deftly combines aspects of a side-scrolling adventure with a classic RPG. Celebrate what you will. No holiday is complete without a massive amount of gunshot-inflicted teen suicide. A commodity overflowing in Shin Megami Tensei Persona 3. Don't worry, they're not taking the coward's way out. They're doing it to release magical creatures from their heads.
A wisely chosen attack.
It's always safe to go with a classic, so take your special gamer back to their roots with Tomb Raider Anniversary. If it's a gift for a girl, a positive female role model might make them feel empowered to seek adventure in their own lives. If it's for a guy, well, I'm sure they'll find something to like about it too. When all is said and done, the best gift you could get for someone with a PS2 is a new system. A 360, a Wii even. Come on, the PS3 is not as expensive as it used to be. Help your friend get over whatever is causing them to hold on to the past.
That technology is so advanced we can't make it work.
PS2 ownership is a cry for help. Don't let that cry go unanswered. Not during the holidays.
There are obviously tons of good games out there for the PlayStation 2, and more come out every month. But really, why not just ask for a new game system for Christmas? It's really not next gen anymore, it's now gen. Maybe it's just gen.
Next up, some games you should avoid giving this winter season. And we picked the cream of the 360 crop. Welcome back to X-Play's Holiday Buyer's Guide. One of the pitfalls of shopping for Christmas, Hanukkah, and/or Festivus gifts is the dreaded overhyped crappy game. To avoid seeing that flash of disappointment followed by a forced smile of thanks on your special someone's face, here's a few titles to avoid while you're out in the wilds of retail. One of the most anticipated games on the PlayStation 3 this year, Lair, proved a disappointment all around. It's more or less just Rogue Squadron hose down and Dragon Juice. Yeah. On top of that, the 6-axis controls are disastrous and can't be turned off.
Bomb them before they rearm!
So, you're stuck vaguely controlling a wobbly dragon with auto-aim. The darkness sure looks cool. Good visuals, you're a mafia hitman with the ability to generate snakes of evil out of your shoulders. But the gameplay is utterly routine, and the level design will leave you confused and probably bored. No matter how neat the shots on the box look, in this year of first-person shooting glory, there's no room under the tree for the darkness. You'd think it would be a sure winner, but the Wii Zapper bitterly disappointed us. It's awkward to use, mainly because it's too small for most adult hands. The trigger's on the front, making things more awkward, and wiggling the controller or pressing the A button is pretty much impossible. Unless you're really into crossbows, you should probably just use the regular Wiimote instead of this contraption. Hellgate London is actually pretty fun at its core. Diablo in 3D with guns? Not so fast. Besides tons of bugs and wonky performance issues, attempting to gouge the split the player base with a paid monthly subscription for nebulous upcoming content seems sketchy to us. After paying $50 for the game already, another $10 a month for the ability to start a guild is kind of ridiculous. Finally, Crysis is touted as the ultimate graphical beast in the gaming world, and it certainly lives up to that title. The foliage is beautiful, the physics are impeccable, the explosions are lovely, But underneath all the glamour lies a pretty average first-person shooting experience. Besides, if the person you're buying Crysis for has the hardware to run Crysis, they already have Crysis. To give you perspective on how much upgrading your PC to play Crysis will cost, expect to spend at least $2,000 to meet the recommended requirements. Oh yeah, and the $50 for the game. So maybe you're looking at console titles instead. The 360 has had the most impressive line of offerings this year. Here's a look. Sure, your Christmas tree is colorful, but if you try and play with it, you'll end up knocking it over just like Dad when he drank too much of his medicine. Better head on over to your trusty Xbox 360 where you'll never run out of things to decorate with your frag-nasty taste for destruction. I love the holidays. Our first game tearing through your senses with mind-dissolving value is naturally a Triple Crown winner. Wait! Halo 3 has a great story, awesome multiplayer, and the ability to save and share your exploits with the Xbox Live community. A new armada of vehicles and weapons guide Chiefs slay through soaring landscapes of noisy Grinches. Multiplayer moves within detailed levels. If your victim's water is weak, you can always get him going with a fresh tea bag. Even the ring around baby Jesus' head can't compete with this Halo. Crackdown places you in a nutcracker-like realm of dancing inner-city fairies and threatened innocents. The carnage? Well, that looks like wrapping paper torn from gifts by anxious children.
A dead freak is a good freak.
Our next holiday must-have captures the spirit of holiday fellowship as only the Japanese can. Ace Combat 6 Fires of Liberation will be like wondering what the hell is in the eggnog as you delight in trying to figure out the subtext of a game pitting Amerians versus Estovakians.
And the Golden King smile upon us.
A variety of mission types lampshades boredom at the holiday office party with all-out assaults, ground support missions, and acrobatic excess. Another 360 gift for your consideration celebrates the joy of togetherness. Overlord brings one tin-clad Scrooge together with many Tiny Tim Cratchits to bring cheer to the less fortunate. With color-coded minions delivering your wrath in strategic ways, mirth will fill the land. How about a holiday suggestion that can involve you until next year's Buyer's Guide? Mass Effect drapes you in an immersive universe of real-time combat and depthless decision-making.
Never mind, forget I asked.
It's all in how you say it, or drive it, that will enable your yet-to-be-decided destiny. There you have it, holiday buyers. X-Play's hits for the Xbox 360. Ho, ho. Now, we recommend that with all the games on this list, you go ahead and use Xbox Live to install the available updates. They all bring great additions to the experience. And of course, don't forget about Xbox Live Arcade's huge selection. And if you're totally out of ideas for a 360 owner, you can never go wrong with Microsoft Points gift cards.
Okay, so speaking of major improvements to a great experience, next year X-Play levels up. Starting January 14th, we will expand beyond our brutally honest reviews to include breaking news and reactions in the gaming industry, one-on-one interviews with the biggest and brightest, as well as hands-on demos with every game you are going to be talking about. Now, that's only the beginning of your essential 5-day-a-week source for the most trusted views on gaming. The all-new X-Play starts January 14th.
And there's a new logo. And now, as our holiday buyer's guide winds down, we'll show you why we keep most of the staff behind the camera for the rest of the year.
Oh, it's Christmas. Let's have a wonderful
Happy holidays and happy me.
Spirits rising. It's party time. Let's have a lovely Christmas time.
Bueno, Feliz Navidad from me and Senor Dandy.
Remember that cold, cold Christmas? It all seemed so very long ago. When you came back to my arms again and made my Christmas
holidays!
Oh, it's Christmas. Let's have a wonderful Christmas time. I'm so happy forever you'll be mine. Let's have a lovely Christmas time. Have a lovely Christmas time.
From our dysfunctional family to yours, happy holidays.
Well, it's going to be another 365 days until you see that much sincerity. But there are games to play during that time.
Exactly, so you don't have to miss the sincerity. I mean, it has been a great year for games, and by year I mean November to December.
Kind of like, BioShock to now, but really just pretty much right now, because that summer period was dreadful.
It was awful. There was really nothing to do. I mean, you take home games just because you're like, I'm enjoying myself. I'm having a great time right now. This is fun. I'm miserable. I'm going to go outside and get some fresh air.
Yeah, I almost picked up reading. That's how desperate it actually got. But thankfully, things really, got saved right there. And 2008 may be better because I think they're going to spread more of the releases throughout the year.
We're going to have a little quiet period in January, but people can go catch up on Mass Effect, and then they can play Super Smash Brothers when that comes out.
And then we're going to have things like probably Too Human, Metal Gear Solid 4.
Happy shopping. Thanks for watching X Play.